Our final 4 days in Seoul started off with a visit to the famous Cafe Onion in the trendy neighborhood of Songsu. We got there a bit early, and while we did have to wait for it to open, it was a good move as the pastries fly off the shelves here. We got 4 pastries and 2 coffees, which cost just over 35,000 won. Now that sounds like a big number, but it was actually just around 36 Australian dollars, which is probably in line with or slightly below average for your standard Sydney bakery run. That is really good.
Where is it? On the inside.
This is the beef bulgogi one.
Beef bulgogi Danish.
Ooh. Yum.
Yeah.
Tastes really good. Third place amongst some really strong light. It does look like a little
Panettone.
panettone. Oh my! I definitely shouldn't cut it.
Is it like just a tower of powdered sugar?
Basically. While we were waiting for the stores to open, we thought it would be a good opportunity to explore Seoul Forest, which has some nice walking tracks with views of the river, a cute little deer park, and even a small butterfly garden which we checked out. Seoul Forest is open year-round with free admission, although some specific attractions inside the park have their own hours.
As we got closer to 10, 11 a.m., you could tell the vibe of this spot really started to pick up. By now, the shops were definitely starting to get busier, and this was just a Thursday, so I can imagine how busy the spot would be on the weekend.
We did a lot of research before coming to South Korea, and we noticed there was a lot of hype about this area in particular, and we could definitely see why. It's got a ton of unique artwork in many of the stores, as a lot of them are brand pop-ups or concept stores, so naturally this has been driving many more vloggers and influencers to check out this area. Day 9, we were up early as per usual to check out another new area called Gedong. We were actually on the way to London Bagel Museum, which is another notoriously busy, but rightfully so, cafe and bakery, when we stumbled across this really cool Italian-inspired cafe, and being Italian, you know I had to check it out to make sure that they knew what they were doing. Can confirm everything was delicious.
We walked off that meal on the way to London Bagel Museum, where we then doubled down on breakfast with another 3 very hearty bagels.
Honestly, it was tough pickings as everything looked so good, so you really can't go wrong.
We went for their spring onion, Asiago jalapeno, and their cheese honey bagel, which were all solid choices. Adriana also got a mushroom soup, which I politely passed on as I have a very logical fear of mushrooms.
That's the honey cheese.
Another rainy day. 10:30 p.m. on Friday. People are out.
This was our last full day in South Korea, so we had to spend it shopping around Lotte Mall, stocking up on last-minute souvenirs and Korean snacks.
While at Lotte Mall, we decided to grab some tickets for Seoul Sky. It was about $60 for both of us, which was definitely worth it.
The view from up top was incredibly breathtaking. We spent quite a lot of time up here looking out different windows, and we couldn't believe how big this city actually is and the sheer scale of all the buildings.
롯데월드단지의 야경과 축제를 감상할 수 있습니다. With Lotte World Tower at the center, you can enjoy a variety of attractions.
A huge shout out to Kyowa Udon, as this place takes the award for the best meal we had in Seoul. I know it's a little bit controversial as it's a Japanese cuisine and not Korean, but seriously, their udon was nothing short of heavenly. We started our last day in Ikseondong, where we went for a morning walk by the river, and there was also a marathon race going on, which was pretty cool to see. In this area, you can find the famous Soha Salt Pond Bakery, among many other cozy cafes and small shops.
It's so soft.
This was a great area and I wish we had more time to explore it, but sadly it was time for us to make our way back to the airport after what had been a fantastic trip in South Korea.